Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Batman from Batman 1989. I know that is a fan favorite, and so I figured I had to review this for you guys because, hey, maybe it's a really good figure, or maybe it's a pile of garbage. Which one is it? Well, you'll have to watch the review to find out. So let's go ahead and get him off the stand and take a closer look. Alright, before I show you the figure, I do want to show you my package. It is a standard McFarlane package, pretty good. The blue, white, black combo looks nice, matches the DC logo, that's all fine. I put the thing back in wrong, but either way, you get Batman on this side, Batman on this side. If you're an inbox collector, you won't know which Batman it is until you look at this side. On the back, you just get this photo, which I don't know why they're doing this, frankly. They do photos of things that aren't actually the figure at all. That bothers me. I don't need a photo from the movie. I don't get it, but hey, if you like it, you like it. Otherwise, decent package. Unremarkable, though. Alright, so this guy, he is in stock at Big Bad Toy Store as of right now. It's popped in and out a little bit, so keep an eye out, but I'll put a link in the description below if you want to get one. Wait until you watch the review before you decide, though. Okay, this guy stands just about 7.5 to the top of his ears, about 7 1/8 to the top of his actual noggin. That's going to make him about 19 to the top, and then 18.25 roughly to the head. Here he's up against a Marvel Legends figure. Clearly a different scale altogether, so there's no point in doing that. Alright, question of the day. Which live-action bat suit is your favorite, and which is your least favorite? I think that's actually pretty tough, because even though a lot of the movies have been bad, a lot of the suits have been really good. I do think I prefer Ben Affleck's bat suit overall, because it is the most comic-like. I think the one I like the least is... not counting like any of the crazy designs, maybe... this is gonna... no, it's definitely the newest Batman. The canvas one. I don't like that one. I forgot about that one. I don't like that one at all. I know some of you do. Not my thing. I don't want Batman wearing canvas pads like a Marvel movie. Okay, moving on to the aesthetic portion of this review. It's not the best looking figure. It's not super accurate to the source material. Obviously, there are changes that were made, and I don't think it captures the actual look of the character of this suit very well at all. And I'll start off by just commenting that it's all bare PVC. It's all bare black PVC. We have a little bit of gold here for the belt, obviously, and then the smallest amount of paint here, and then the mouth and eyes. That is it. The rest is bare PVC. So I have this video super bright so that you can actually see the figure. It's not like too bad. I'm not washed out completely, but hopefully it's good enough for you to look at. But yeah, it's just absorbing all the light. It's it's a black hole. Okay, so let's talk about a few things. The head sculpt. It's hard to say because it doesn't have the right cowl. When you put it at the right angle to make it look almost like he has the right cowl, it looks pretty good. But then otherwise it doesn't, because he has the separation from the head to the neck, which this suit isn't supposed to have, and if you ask me, it ruins the figure. Now, obviously it doesn't ruin the whole figure, but it ruins the purpose of the figure, which is to look like this particular version of Batman, which it does not. Otherwise, the head sculpt is decent. Losing that part of the cowl changes the way it looks, but the other parts of it look pretty nice. The mouth is decent. I say it's pretty accurate. The eyes are decent. The Bat logo is okay. And then the detailed sculpt work throughout the rest of the body, it's not good. It's not the worst. I think you could get by if it had a better head situation. And then we have to get to the cape, but I don't love the way it looks. I don't like that the diaper is clearly a different black. Hopefully that shows up on camera for you guys. It's okay. I can't say it looks markedly better than those old 5-inch figures that everybody had. Obviously it's bigger and has articulation, but I don't know. And then there's one other issue, which is in the milling process for their molds. I have to assume that's what happened. When they milled out the boobies on him, you can see the circle part where the mill stopped at the end. And you can see it radiate outward, those lines. It looks like 3D print lines. That would be from the CNC process for the mold making. I have to assume. I don't know how else they would do it. So, or how else they could manage that look on there, but that's not a good look. It's not super obvious, but it is there. Now, for the cape. I can't say for sure that he's not supposed to have a shiny cape. Maybe he does. I haven't seen this movie in forever, and I wasn't paying attention to whether or not his cape was metallic at the time. But it is, and it is that stiff Barbie material, so it hangs for absolute crap. It hangs for crap. Look at this. There's no wire in it. It's just sticking up like that because of the material. I hate this material. The inside's not shiny, so that's a plus. It's cut okay, I'll give them that. The scallops are nice. But here's the thing, you have the ability to move it underneath the cowl, which would be great, so that you could actually drape it over him. Except one, the material doesn't allow for it, and two, they didn't give you any extra cape. You can't bring it forward because it's just cut flat across the front, so if you bring this part forward, it brings this part back. And like, yeah, you could probably make that work somehow if the material was better, but it's still, you need a little bit of extra cape for the bunching to let it droop over the shoulder if you want to have it droop over the shoulder. So that's really annoying. Like, they're almost onto something, but then they weren't onto it at all. Then the other thing is there's no wiring in this cape. It only has these pockets, which are meant to work with one of his accessories, which is a big cane that he can hold to make the cape stick out straight. I have no use for that. I don't know if that's a thing from the movie specifically. I don't remember him holding big sticks to make his cape work, but maybe he did. If so, fine. But as a toy, I don't want that. This cape is horrendous. It's one of the worst ones they've done. I just don't see any value in it at all as it is, unless you're doing the pose where the cape is straight out. But even then, it's somewhat problematic because of the material they used. So overall, the aesthetic is not particularly good. For the price point, it's reasonably okay, but his chest is still undersized, his whole torso is, his arms are long, he's kind of flat, his head looks bobbly because of the cowl missing. It's just, there's no real need to have this, unless you're like a die-hard Keaton fan. I don't get it, because it doesn't look good enough. I'm going to give the aesthetic rating only a 5 out of 10. It's really underwhelming in person. It's not good. Now, as far as accessories go, they're not bad. We get 2 trigger finger hands, gripping hands on them in the package, then you get a good variety of other hands to do basically everything you need, so that's cool. You get a pretty chunky batarang, you get his throwing things, you get his grapnel gun, which is painted, so that's nice. You get his little cell phone remote thingy. Is that the remote? I can't remember. God, it's been forever. I might have not seen this in 15 years. It's been a long time. Then you get his 2 sticks to hold his cape, which are just silly. And you get his display stand and the photo that I don't think anybody wants, but whatever. So it's a fine spread of accessories. I'll go 8 out of 10. It's better than average. And there's some paint on them. And he's got a good spread of hands, so it's not bad. Okay, for the articulation, let's see if this guy's actually worth having in this department. Usually double ball pegs are pretty decent from Todd, and they are. They're not the best ever, but you can definitely pose him around, which obviously is a thing for him that he shouldn't have because his head should be pretty much stuck right like that to match the movie. So that's a pro and a con. It depends on how you want to look at it. I would rather him look like the movie than have a posable head, or just make it look more like the movie and have a little bit of posing. All right, for the shoulders, you get the ball peg that actually does move around pretty well, so that's nice. Raising the arms up, better than horizontal, nothing crazy, but it's there. Full rotation, bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, that's all good. Full range, though ugly. Wrists have a ball hinge, pretty much standard. Can he lean back? He leans back pretty well. That is okay. He leans forward. Not very well. That is not okay. And to the side, it is reasonable. And of course, you get all the rotation you need. For the hips, going out to the side, basically full-on splits, no nuggets. That's pretty good. Bringing the legs forward. You're going to really have to fight with the diaper. If you fight with it, you get them up to just about horizontal. It's not bad looking. The gaps are all pretty well covered. But it's a little bit of trimming would go a long way on that diaper, so you may want to do that if you're an adult or have adult supervision. All right, thigh swivel is basically non-existent. Double jointed knees, they work well enough. Proportioning is, it's okay. It's not great. The ankles, they go all the way back and all the way forward. They are still heavily ratcheted, and you get a really good ankle rocker out of it, but watch out for those heavy ratchets. Hard to get them to stand. Toe hinges are actually well placed, pretty well sculpted, and they actually work, so those are good toe hinges. So his articulation, nothing extraordinary, everything perfectly acceptable at most, at best. I don't know. Is anything better than acceptable? No, the next, it's okay, I guess. There are a few things that are decent. I'll give it an overall rating of 7 for the articulation. It is okay. And now it's time for the final verdict. Is this the 89 Batman that we've all been waiting for? I don't think so. I don't think there's really any reason to own this because it misses the look, and the look is most important. I don't mean, oh, well, it's got articulation so it looks like an action figure. I mean, it doesn't actually look like what it's supposed to look like, so it doesn't matter if it poses really well or not. It's just not the right thing. And the cape is really bad, so I'm going to give it an overall rating of only 5 out of 10. I would not buy this. I mean, I did to review it, but I would not buy it if I was anyone else. That's my recommendation. You guys can let me know what you think in the comment section below. Is the trade-off worth it for the the sparse assortment of 89 Batmans out there, or is it just not worth it? Let me know. But that's it for me. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day when I'm not injured. I should be back to normal soon, I hope. And live streams every other Monday. That would be, the next one is this coming Monday, so tune in for that. And I do have thousands of videos already on the channel, so make sure you come back for all of that good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.